Day live stream, just hanging out in the car. This is an in-car hangout. So hope everybody's doing well today. Just been door dashing, and I'm gonna go door dash some more, but we're gonna hang out through the 5 o'clock traffic here. Well, the pre-5 o'clock traffic, probably the rush hour. So let's get everything set up. Technical difficulties again today, as always. I had a live set up, and then what I did was I set the setting where you can invite a guest. I put that on, and then I couldn't figure out how to get rid of that. So I got to work with that. But the cool thing is that you can invite guests to be live with you. So I learned that, and I learned that it's actually really easy to do. It's just I'm not sure how to undo it once it's already done. So I just had to scrap that live, and so totally unprofessional. My mistake. Either way, hope everybody's doing good today. Let me set a couple things up, and we'll get going. We'll get rolling here. So, all right, okay. Send a message here. All right. So we've got some things to talk about. We have some things going on, some DoorDash things going on. Obviously, I got that contract violation that I mentioned in the last video, and then I got another contract violation after that, and it was because it was late. So that's happened to me before. It was a late pickup. I guess, I thought I let the support know that it was going to be late, that it was a delayed order, but for whatever reason, it just didn't go through or something. So I ended up getting the contract violation anyway. But the good news is that those violations are gone now. And it might be because I did 100 deliveries, because I've been just door dashing like crazy, just left and right. But yeah, maybe that is what it is. So that's kind of the trick of the deal, is they want you to just keep dashing and dashing over and over again. I don't know. But anyway, don't know how long we'll be on here today, but we're just going to hang out a little bit. Hope everybody's doing well. Gas is it's all over the place in my state. It's between 260 something. I would say 270-ish. To all the way up to $3, and it really varies. It's really crazy how much it's varying across the state here. So, but anyway, that's the deal with the gas. I didn't do the bin store today because I have a lot of back stock for eBay stuff right now, and I wanted to go ahead and just work through that. I have a lot of stuff that's I have in my personal inventory that's not really on the eBay inventory side. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and work through all that stuff before I added new inventory. I won't work through all of it, because I like to keep a little bit extra just in case you have a sourcing issue where you can't find everything that you're looking for. You have something that you can work through, if times get hard, or if DoorDash gives me 3 contract violations for whatever reason and I'm off the app. All of those things are basically things that we're gonna want to prepare for. And so just kind of being prepared. Let me get my chat phone set up here. If you guys show up to the live stream, we're gonna want to see what you're saying. It's hard for me to keep up on this phone, so I like to get a chat phone going. So just give me a second here. We'll go ahead and set this up, and I'll get back into the monologue. But yeah, so anyway, everything's been doing well. Hi Kendra, welcome to the live. Thank you. I got the haircut today. That's something else I was gonna mention, I guess. I got a haircut today. It's true. I needed one for a long time, and like a couple of my last live streams, I think I titled it, at least when I was live, I titled it, "I Need a Haircut." Yeah, I did. And so the lady that cuts my hair, fortunately, she was in the place where she cuts the hair today. And so I got lucky. I didn't think she worked Mondays, but I called anyway for whatever reason. I just woke up. I was like, dude, I gotta get my hair cut. It's looking bad. It's just, look at any of my like last couple videos or on either of the channels, and it's just I don't know, man. It was getting rough. So notice that wasn't in the title. That's right. You know. But I just, it's a picture of me with obviously a haircut. I can't get away from it now. You can't make your hair longer, but you can make your hair shorter. But I'm not to the point in life where I want my hair to be, I guess, longer. Like, it's not all falling out yet. A little bit over here. Maybe a little bit at the top, but you guys can't see that, so that's cool. And yeah, so it's all good. It's going to be, it's going to be good. But thank you for stopping in, Kendra. I hope you're doing well. I saw the last thing I saw was like that lasagna recipe that you did, and that looked like it would be pretty good. I would probably change the meats up a little bit, but man, that looked good. That looked delicious. Easy to do too, with the way that you did it and the way you showed it. Really good job there. It made me feel like I could even do it if I had to. And I'm not the best cook. I'm kind of used to just put things together when I was single, when I just lived by myself and or with roommates, and I would just kind of put stuff together. I would do really weird stuff. Like I'd take like maybe it wasn't the healthiest stuff. Maybe I'd take like a thing of ramen and some canned vegetables and some V8 juice, like mix it all up. Yeah, I did stuff like that back then, and I survived off of that for years. Not that exact meal, but just that concept. Of course, I would eat out sometimes, like restaurants and things like that. But I don't eat at restaurants a whole lot anymore, unless I'm in the city working. Like today, I'll probably get something. I'll have to find something here because I haven't eaten all day. I'm out in the city or whatever. I'm not close to the house today, so I'm gonna be finding something. Let's see, what do you say? Missed it. See, that's why I got the chat phone. That's why I got the chat phone. Yeah. Okay. I love the way you worded something in one of your recent videos. Something along the lines of knowing how to connect, or how connected we'd all be and not realizing how disconnected. Oh, yeah. So that was from a video on Real Thoughts Project. And I think that was my last video that I just did. About the cell phones and about how I remember the time before the cell phones, and it's vastly, it's different. And it's true, because I remember that we went through, we're similar ages, so we went through the same time when going through MySpace and then Facebook. And I think it was when Facebook became a thing, but it was still, MySpace was still the thing. I think I can't remember. Anyway, I just remember realizing like we're gonna all be connected, and it's not that thing that we're all gonna be connected as much as it is how crazy that seemed at the time. It seemed obvious that it was gonna happen, but it was a new thing. It was like a new, it used to. Okay, so we look back in the 1600s or whatever. If you were literate, you probably could write letters, right? And so people were connected there, but a lot of people were not literate, and also a lot of people, you wouldn't be connected to everybody, right? That you went to school with, or you did this or that. You wouldn't be just, seeing them in your feed, in your news feed on social media. This is different. So this was a whole different thing, but now we just take it for granted. I remember how profound that was. I was like, man, we're going to be connected. And I don't know what I thought that it was going to be, but it ended up being less substantial, I would say, than what I thought it was going to be. I didn't think that we were all going to be hanging out or anything like that. Not that I wanted to either, because, obviously, no offense to people I grew up with. Some of them I still talk to, some of them I don't. Some of them I see maybe once every year. Some of them I haven't seen. These people so everybody's riding on these scooters these days out in the city, which I think is actually kind of cool. I actually like that. And the bikes, the electric bikes, the e-bikes. It was cool to think about how much at our fingertips connections. Yeah. People from people all over the place. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if somebody was in Texas or somebody was in California or New York or Florida, it didn't matter. And that was the first time. Of course, you could call on the phone, but you're not going to call everybody, right? So just seeing them. But then it became this thing. So actually, it turned into this thing where it's like, it's not quite a parasocial relationship, but it's something like that, right? Where we see each other's images all the time on social media. I might know what you ate for breakfast this morning, but I don't know how you're truly feeling in your life. Like, if you know what I'm saying, like if you posted what you ate for breakfast, then I know that about you. Like, I know that, but I don't know anything else that's going on in your personal life, any of that stuff, the things that you would really keep up with actual friends. So the circle, my circle is really small, guys. My circle is really small in my life at this time. And I kind of like it that way, because I have a family. They're awesome. I want to spend time with them in my free time. Then I have my, obviously the YouTube family here, which is awesome. So yeah, and I like hanging out on here sometimes too, the Monday lives. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out a little bit while I'm out here in the car hanging out. I'm in between Doordashing today. So what I was saying earlier is I didn't go to the bin store because I have all this inventory backed up that I haven't put on eBay, and I want to go through some of that and kind of catch up a little bit before I bring more inventory. And I only have one room that I'm working with for that endeavor. And so, yeah, I have a lot of stuff stacked up. Good items, solid items that I need to get listed. So today I was just been Doordashing like crazy, man, the last few days. It's been wild. So ever since I got those the last contract violation and then the other one, I just wanted to hit that 100 deliveries, and I did it. I did hit the 100 deliveries, so that was good. But anyway, let's see here. Biggest circle is the YouTube one. Life seems more peaceful this way. It seems, yes, less drama. Yeah, I left your live stream the other day because, well, I came back as a different alias, right? Because as Real Thoughts Project, because that artistic person was, I didn't want to start any drama in your, I didn't start that. It's just because I was driving daily. I guess I'm killing the planet or whatever. And so, yeah, sorry about that, I guess, in the live stream the other day, but I just wanted to go ahead and I just kind of bowed out a little bit because I didn't want to start like an argument. Yeah, that was crazy, right? And I could have I would have said something under different circumstances. I would have been a little bit more smart about it, like, but I figured I didn't want to bring negativity to the live streams. That was weird. That was weird. They just wouldn't let it go. It's like as if we don't have to go. I bet you go in a car somewhere, wherever you go, just saying, like, if you go to work, even if you ride the bus, right, or something. But maybe not. Maybe this person just rides their bicycle everywhere, doesn't use electric vehicles or gas vehicles. Yeah, but I didn't want to start drama, you know what I mean? Over there. That was just interesting. But the snow globe looked good. The tree looked good. I think you did a great job. I don't know. I need to start painting because I think that would I think it probably opens up different parts of the mind or something, you know what I mean? That we don't normally access. And so the painting and plus the pressure of having the live stream at the same time. Yeah, it's gotta make you, it's gotta work part of your mind that you don't normally exercise, right? So I might start doing that, not live streaming painting, but I may start trying to do some paintings in the future here. Oh, what's up, Dan? How you doing, man? Welcome to the live stream, the Monday live. I did get my hair cut. Thank you for noticing. It was time. It was just getting really rough, man. I was making videos and I would have to edit the videos and look at myself. And I was like, dude, you're looking pretty rough over there. So time to get a haircut. So Yeah, and the lady that cuts my hair, she knows I wait too long sometimes, and I let it go, and then I go see her, and she's like, she doesn't tell me that I should go more often, but I probably should go get my hair cut about twice as often. But I like my long hair too. I like my long, dude. For a long time, I had that and even longer, but it was like trimmed up, so it was actually proper. Yeah, whatever. I like it short though. I feel more alive. I feel more like I can move fast. You know what I mean? Like when I got long, the hair gets longer. It feels like it's like I don't know, man. It's just whatever. I just like to get a haircut. Let me read the chat here. It wasn't awesome what he said. Wished upon you. I just think it's so funny. Like simmer down, dude. Yeah. And he said, well, I tried. It's like, yeah, I tried. Tried to wish death upon him, but it didn't work. He's still here. He's still driving every day. Yeah. But no, it was funny. I think it was interesting. It was like, okay, dude. Like, I think everybody else here drives. So, just because I drive all the time. I drive a lot because so that other people can't drive as well. So I will deliver, 20 people's food in one day when I'm driving, which provides a service of them 20 people not having to get in their car. So I guess if you want to look at it, I'm kind of saving the planet in a way, right? I don't know. I think I'm going to try drawing for tomorrow. Whoa, that's a step. That's a step up, drawing, the step up in skill. Do you have a set of pencils? Like a set of different types of pencils and stuff that you do that with? I'd like to see you try to draw. It depends on, I'd like to see it regardless. I'm just thinking to myself, like, it would be hard if it was certain things, but if it's certain things, it may not be so bad. Do the same. I'm just lazy and cheap. Yeah, Dan, because, it costs every time I do this. And I tip my hair, the lady that cuts my hair, I tip her pretty decently. And so it's just like, yeah, I just kind of don't want to do it sometimes because I'm like, man, you know what? I can go a little ways without doing this. Why not? Why not? I'm going to invest that money this week and I'll just not cut my hair. Which I make that decision a lot. I'm like, dude, I'm just not going to do that. I'd rather invest that. All right. Well, I could totally see you with like skater boy hair. That probably look good. Short hair is good too. I'm so happy my husband likes short hair and no beard. Yeah. Yeah, I've had, I guess you could call it skater boy hair in the past. Yeah, I let it get pretty long. And yeah, whatever. I like that too, but I don't know. Like I said, I just feel more agile. I feel like athletic when I don't have my hair like that long, like, I don't know, messed up hair kind of going on. Whatever. So what are your thoughts on the $2,000 dividend? Yeah, that's an interesting one, right? I don't know. We'll see if it happens. I looked at a couple. There was a couple of people who did the math on the tariffs, and apparently, like, that money ain't there yet, right? From the tariffs. So to make that happen, because it's all people that make with under $100,000 a year, right? And so I don't know. Somebody figured it out. It's like 100 and something million people, and then times 2,000, and then trying to figure out how much we brought in from the tariffs and how much would be available to actually use. So is it possible? It's possible, I guess. At this point, I don't know, man. I feel like those last stimulus checks or whatever really messed up our economy, but then at the same time, we give money to other countries too, like crazy. So not to get political this early in the live stream, but that's not political. It's just, it's life, right? It's all connected. So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I'd love to hear what you have to say about that, Dan. But yeah, I mean, at a certain point, it's like we do give money to other countries. I think this was the issue with the other stimulus too. Like when like last, what was it, 4 years ago now, 3 years ago? I don't even remember. Time has run together on me on that, but maybe. Yeah, I may do. I thought about doing a video on it, but I'm not a financial expert. That'd be more up your alley, I think. My thoughts on it would be simply like, yeah, the Doge dividend that didn't happen, because I don't think Doge cut as much as they said they were cutting. Like, I'm not sure. So, man, am I putting the tinfoil hat on this soon, dude? Okay. So you guys know that I wanted, like, I wanted Trump to win as opposed to Kamala, right? I did. But so my criticism does not ever come from a place of Trump derangement syndrome or anything like that. Something that does exist, but it's like where you don't really process why you're upset. You're upset because it's your job to be upset, I guess. I'm not coming from that perspective. But the Doge thing, it's interesting. It's like maybe they just were using that to get access to, I'm not sure, to records maybe, or to parts of the government. But I'm not sure, because the whole Doge, when they mentioned what Doge was going to do, I said I thought that was a great idea. Obviously, I see. I would rather the government be like way smaller, like way smaller. You know what I mean? And even with this recent thing with the government shutdown, the SNAP benefits and everything, it's like this just highlights that we have a problem because the government's doing too much. We let the government do too much. And so it's a big issue. And so my thoughts on the Doge thing was, at first, on its face value, it's a good idea. But then in practice or in implementation, what's really going on, and I don't know. But 2000, I would love to get some money from the what do you call it, from the tariffs. But the problem is, it's like, okay, you do the tariffs, the prices go up. Coffee has like doubled. Like, coffee has let me know in the chat if you drink coffee, because I do. My wife and I drink a lot of coffee. I don't say a lot. Every morning I drink a couple cups of coffee, and we do like good coffee too from time to time, but we get cheap coffee as well. So we have like a stockpile of coffee, and then occasionally we blend in or we mix in some good, like, higher quality coffees. I've noticed that that's almost doubled in price. I mean, the containers, some of them, like the cheap coffee especially, has doubled in price. The expensive coffee, I don't know if it's actually doubled. It's more. But I'm pretty sure that has to do with tariffs, because there's direct tariffs on those countries where the coffee comes from. Now, that being said, I'm all for if the country actually benefits from the tariffs. But it's like the prices go up, and then if you give this stimulus, I think inflation would go crazy again, wouldn't it? Let's see, I want a Doge to succeed too. Yeah, no, on its face, it makes sense. And maybe they did do some cuts, don't get me wrong. Now, some of the things that they brought up at first, like these really crazy programs for at least social, whatever, programs in other countries and things like that sounded just ridiculous. If they cut that, great, dude. I'm all for that, just on principle. Not even for the money, just the fact that the principle is like that shouldn't exist. Sometimes I wonder if that's like a black budget cover for other operations that are going on in those countries too, though, because it sounds so absolutely insane that how could that even be real? You know what I mean? Some of the stuff that they were talking about cutting. But yeah, it's just like a snowball effect. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Dan, did you see the 50-year mortgage? He's pushing a 50-year mortgage. Now, full disclosure, I don't own a house, but I don't want to own the house because I had to get a 50-year mortgage. Imagine how much interest you're going to pay over 50 years. Like, first of all, most people are going to get the house. They're not going to survive to pay it off. I think that's part of the plan. Yeah. Oh, you are? Okay, yeah. I'll probably mention these things, but I don't know if I'm going to do like a video on them, but you should, because it's up your alley. But the 50-year mortgage, dude, that's a bit insane, isn't it? Now, aren't people going to just like the BlackRocks of the world just going to scoop up even more houses? And then even people who have the means could technically scoop up those houses with the 50-year mortgage and just rent them out. Because now you have like a long-term timeline where you could profit on this whole thing, probably, right? Yeah, I might do that, yeah. I might do that. I'll probably cover them, maybe together. I don't know. Yeah. So we'll see. Well, yeah, I just thought that was wild. The 50-year mortgage, dude. I kind of hope they don't go for that, right? But I feel like I have the feeling they're going to push it. It's going to take all the houses off the market that are affordable because everybody's going to jump for that. Like, oh, I couldn't buy a house before, but now I'm going to be able to buy a house with this 50-year mortgage, and then getting the price down and all of this. And it's like, yeah, it's just the price per month, but overall the price you're going to pay is going to be so much bigger over 50 years. It's going to be crazy. So, but then at the same time, those houses will still be getting sold. They'll still be getting financed, and I think it'll increase the price on them. But on the low end houses, you know, the $150,000, $200,000 houses and stuff like that, they're going to get snatched up. How's the trailer coming along? It's coming along. I just got to figure out the internet stuff, man. That's the only hiccup is like, I'm thinking this is pretty smooth. I'm looking at it on my chat phone. It looks pretty good because I'm sitting in the middle of a city and I have a 5G here. I'm actually near a tower. I was going to park closer to it, but I don't want to get fried. Just playing. But I have good service out here, and out there it's not so good. So I got to try to figure it out. Once I figure that out, it's really simple. I'm going to be able to do a simple setup. Either we could just hang out in the trailer, or I can put a backdrop, very easily put a backdrop and just, you know, I have a backdrop, a chair, just like any other studio. And I got my lighting. I have a ring light that I got for like $2 at a thrift store. So that's part of the setup. I could use this microphone if I have to at first, just use my phone. I have a tripod, set it up. So, I mean, everything's there. It's just when I did the live stream there, it was a little glitchy. And so I'm very close to just think about just doing Starlink, but I don't know. That's a jump because I'm going to be in it for the bills, the monthly bills and things like that. And YouTube's weird because some months YouTube will pay for that Starlink, and then some months it will not pay for that Starlink. I could tell you. I know you know this, Dan, but like, I mean, you do one good video, it can pay. It can actually do pretty well, right? You can make 50, 60, 70, then you do another one, 50, 60, 70. There you go. That's your Starlink. But then it's not always like that, you know? Small creators, you know, here. And so not every video is going to be a banger. Some of my videos are in the hundreds on this channel. Obviously on the other channel, some of the videos are like in the tens. So I saw that Little Sacred Farm. Karma, how you doing, Karma? Welcome to the chat. I hope you're doing well today. I hope everybody's doing well your way, and all the cats and everything that you take care of are doing well. It's getting colder, so I know this is a time to be aware of those things. I hope animals don't try to get in there for the warmth. You'll be going from looking for snakes to looking for skunks. Yeah. We'll probably be okay. I mean, I kind of can regularly go over there and stuff, so it's not like I can keep a check on everything, so it's not a big deal as far as the animals getting in. I think we'll be okay. But hey, you know, could be a wild live stream if a skunk just came out of nowhere. Kendra, how are you doing? Okay, everybody's saying hello. Yeah. How are things going, Karma? You made a couple comments on my other channel, on the Real Thoughts project, and I did not directly respond to those comments yet because there was a lot going on. I possibly will go back and respond to them. First of all, I didn't know that level of things was going on with your channel. I just noticed that I hadn't seen you posting as much. So I do hope everything's going well. What I would say is definitely don't let that discourage you from posting, because I think that probably some of the things that you used to post on a regular basis were very inspirational, and I think people probably got something out of it. So you never know what you're doing that's helping people, you know what I mean? And so don't sell yourself short on that. If you have other things going on, I do understand, but that was crazy. I did read that comment, and it was on my haters video. Did you guys see the haters video? Because there are haters, and so since I have some content creators in the comments here, guys, it applies. And if you haven't seen it, I think everybody has seen that video though. And it's definitely, I'm getting a call on the phone here. Let me check. Okay. It's definitely something that you have to deal with if you're online, especially if you say something, especially if you believe in something, or if you say something you believe in, or you just say anything. Now, obviously, a lot of people try to stay away from politics and religion because those are the two hot button issues, but they're also the issues that are very important to people. I kind of, dude, I have politics fatigue as well. So I understand staying away from it. Because I feel like at some point I'm probably going to make everybody mad on both sides of political. If you're on a side, you're probably not going to like me very much. And it's not that I'm a fence sitter; it's that I'm not a fence sitter. I actually believe what I believe, so that if I vote for somebody and then they go and they do the opposite of what they said, I'm going to call it balls and strikes. You know what I mean? And so not everybody's going to be happy with that if you're just like, everything this person does is perfect, type of thing. But at the same time, it doesn't mean I'm saying that I put a stamp of approval on anything that's not that either, because I can't, when you like, so a Democrat does this and then you vote Republican. Well, I'm going to vote Republican next time. And then now the Republican's like lied and he's doing something different. And it's like, I'm going to vote Democrat next time. And it's like, at this point in my life, I'm in my mid 30s. Okay. I noticed this when I was a kid. And then I kind of got caught up. I was like, dude, okay, yeah, at a certain point, I was like, I'm an adult. I got kids. I got to do what's right. I got to try to do what's right for the country or whatever. And so I got to try to vote what I believe. And then, they lie. They lie too. So it's like, guys, at the end of the day, we got to deal with the stuff we can control and what's in our sphere of influence and the things that we can deal with to a certain degree, which is what I will be heavily, emphasizing all the time. On all my channels, everywhere, right? I'm doing here pretty good. Our dog gets better each day. Now, I didn't ask you that, Kendra. I think Karma did, but I'm glad to hear that the dog is getting better. Guys, I love dogs, and there's nothing like a dog that's in the family or whatever. Like, my dog, when I go home, it's like, it's the craziest thing. She comes up and she just shows me so much love. And yeah, so I'm glad the dog is doing better, Kendra. And said, yes. And you're telling Karma that she had great things to say. And yes, I agree with that as well. Like I said, the things that I caught from the videos that I've watched over there at Lewis Acre Farm, Karma's channel, was pretty good stuff. And so I would definitely not let somebody discourage you from doing that if that's what you feel compelled to do, because it's worth it. You know what I mean? It's cool. And but if you don't want to get into that, I understand. I totally understand. But I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to try to be encouraging, because at the same time, I see how crazy it is out there, and I know how. That's why I made that video about the haters, because I had people in my own life. I've had you would not believe, and it's crazy. And it's like it's on a certain level, it's because they don't like what I represent. It's also because they may not fully even understand what it is that I'm actually doing in a lot of cases. But I've had people say, I don't want to get into it too much, you know what I mean? But I don't worry about it, because I know what I'm doing to a certain degree. Now, there's a lot of things with driving daily. I don't know what I'm doing, and I enjoy it. I have fun doing what I don't know that I'm doing. Like, when I make a video, like, I don't niche down on the channel, and you should do that, because if I did that, I would be way bigger channel. But I like having fun here. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I enjoy it. I have fun. Because if I was just doing the mall exploration videos, like, I think they would do well. If I was just doing Doordash videos, I think they would do well. If I was just doing what else do I do? Car videos, that would do well, I think. If I just did knife reviews, I think that would do well, because I really like knives. I have a few of them, and I really want to get into knife reviews, but I'm nervous to do it on this channel, because I don't want to mess everybody else up, because not everybody's into that stuff. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like a lot of different things on one channel. You're not supposed to do that on YouTube. I mean, that's you know what I mean? Not if you want to grow. But it is what it is, guys. These are the things I like. And I have 2 channels right now. And for now, that's enough. You know what I mean? I don't want to, I'm not trying to get, too spread thin. You know what I mean? At some point, I may be able to make a system where I can do that, though. It's kind of what the trailer's about. It's about having a place where I can film and stuff like that. All right, so I'm catching up with the chat here. So yeah, I like doing Trump and Elon takes. I get a few hater comments, no big deal. Yeah, so those are hot button issues, obviously, anytime we talk about Trump or whatever. And, to me, it's like, he's like anybody else. It's nothing crazy, but the thing about Trump that's different is he has people that absolutely love him and adore him to the end of the world, whatever. And then he has people that are the same way on the other end. And like I mentioned earlier, they have something, Trump derangement syndrome, if you want to call it that. Everything he does is bad. I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's like that with anybody. And I think at the end of the day, politicians are people. And so the same way that you have issues or whatever, or people that have issues, they do as well. And you have people that have bad traits, or maybe they're greedy, or maybe they're whatever, but also at the same time, maybe if they were walking, maybe, not always, but maybe if they were walking down the street and they saw somebody, they saw that they needed help, maybe they actually would help them. And this could be a person that's like doing things that are terrible, right, on the world stage. But they have that other side because they're humans. They're not like this one-dimensional like character, like the bad guy character or the good guy character. They're not like John Wayne. John Wayne was always like the good guy, right? And although in The Searchers, he kind of has this like other side or whatever too. So there's movies where John Wayne, but mostly John Wayne movies are the good guy, the honorable guy, the you know what I mean? And then there's the bad guy, and he's like he's the bad guy, right? And so life isn't really like that. And politicians, I don't think they're necessarily like that. We like to vilify them sometimes or whatever, but there's a lot going on there. And I know people personally, and I'm pretty sure if they were politicians, and they talk junk about politicians, but if they were in that position, they would bail out their friends. They would probably hook up their friends' businesses, things like that. Because guess what? This is the crux of it, guys. We're human beings, right? The thing about it is we're human beings, and we're not perfect. And so we're fallible or whatever. And so you can't expect somebody to get into power as a human being and be perfect, because we're going to get corrupted. Let me read the chat here. John, these are way open to thoughts and ideas. Yes. Yes, I am. I am open to thoughts and ideas because I could be wrong. I know I could be wrong. And so, yeah, especially with Real Thoughts, because when I did the Real Thoughts project name, it's because it's not AI. I'll probably do a video over there talking about why it's Real Thoughts, but it's not AI. It's real. It's me. It's organic. It's not political pundits. Okay. I'm not listening to, what are the political pundits, guys? All the people, right? All the people, all the people that you listen to, who I'm talking about. I'm not those people, and I'm not here to parrot those people or anything that they have to say. I'm actually genuinely going to think about it myself and figure out and because of that, I might be wrong sometimes. I might have a take that's a little off. It's a little weird because you've never heard it before, because it doesn't line up with what people are saying, maybe, but sometimes it might line up with what people are saying, but it's not because that's what people are saying. That's why it's called Real Thoughts Project. And my hope is that through doing that, other people can also see that, hey, look, I can also have my own take on this, and I can think about it to myself, think about it and really analyze the situation without having it spoon-fed. It's why I don't do reaction videos over there. I could put a video up and then we sit there and talk about the video. I don't do reaction videos because I want you, I don't want to necessarily spoon feed everybody everything and all the information. I will share articles and stuff that I'm reading from. I'm not going to be that bad, but you get what I'm saying. I want you to be able to go and dive into the source material yourself, right? If we're talking about something crazy. And then sometimes I'm just, they call it like stream of consciousness, but I just turn it on and I'll just talk about whatever it is that I'm thinking about talking about, because I think, it's a process. And if you see the process, everybody can do this. And you don't have to be spoon-fed. Regular comments aren't the problem. It's the creators that portray themselves as one thing and suck you in as a friend and then show you their true colors, and spread lies or turn on you. Who do you trust? Yeah, karma, that is a tough thing. Yeah. And the only thing I can say is just be true to what you're doing and what you know is right, what you know that you're doing, and you can't control anybody else. And you do have to be careful who you put confidence in. That is true. You're absolutely right. Especially on the internet, it's a crazy game out here. People want to, and I don't know why. I don't understand a lot of times why people do this, but I think people feel that if they take you down a notch, that they will get ahead or get up a notch somehow. And it doesn't really work that way. It actually doesn't work that way. And what people do is it really, like you said, they show their true colors. And then I think it's worse for them in the end, because it might hurt you in the meantime, like in the short term. But if you are true, if you're legit, right, as they say, then that's going to be evident. I think it's evident to people, and people know. And that's why maybe they're threatened. That's why I was saying in the video the other day, I was trying to think about how this happens, but I think possibly people get threatened by your presence, by your real reality, like your reality, which we all live in the same reality. I'm not saying there's not a objective reality, but what I mean is how real you are as an individual, how genuine you are when you're out here and in your own life, right? And how it's basically the same thing. And some people don't do that. They can't handle that. And I don't know, man. I feel like, and success is a weird thing, right, to people, because they want to, I don't know. And then maybe some people just have it in them to just, that's what they want to do, is just start problems or cause problems or hurt people. I don't really know. I don't know. I haven't figured it out from that perspective yet, but I just know it is a crazy game. You do need to protect yourself, obviously. But don't let anybody tell you what you should and shouldn't do in that way. Especially if you're like praying about it and, taking time and thinking about it, meditating on it, and you really believe, you know what you're doing and you have a reason to do it, then go for it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, nobody should stop. Like, don't let people bother you there. You know what I mean? All of your videos are interesting. I've never done Doordash or anything like that, but it's cool to hear from your side when all I know is the orderer side. The orderer. I know what you mean. Let's see. Sorry that you had those issues, Karma. Karma says, they turn others against you in the process and destroy your good name. My integrity and my word is very important to me. I'm rich if I have that. Okay. Yeah. Just don't let it get to you. You know who you are. You have to live with yourself. And this is what conclusion I've come to is like, I have to live with myself. And so I know who I am. And so no matter what anybody says, it is what it is. It isn't what it isn't. And, at the end of the day, even if it's just between you and God, then that's all you have. It's a tough place to be because people will spread lies. People say things that are misrepresentative of you. I get that, but yeah, I mean, I get that because I understand it, and I've thought about what to do about things like that. And the thing is just continue to live and continue to be you, because you know who you are and who you're not more than they do. Shout out to anyone who's had coffee. Oh, sorry, human being. Wait, what? I just missed this. Shout out to anyone who's had human bean coffee. Oh, because I said human beans. Human bean is pretty good. It is good coffee. Better than Starbucks. Let's see. Human bean is good coffee. Everybody agrees. I hate reaction videos. It doesn't take any effort to use someone else's creativity to gain views. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's kind of why I don't do reaction videos. I mean, that and also the spoon feeding thing. Reaction videos are really nice visually and it's easy to watch. At the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I could do that and that'd be very easy, but you have to, it's like reading a book versus watching a movie. When you read the book, you have to visually in your mind, you have to kind of be creative a bit. And that creative process makes you really analyze what's going on in the book a lot more than when you watch the movie, it's all spoon fed to you. So whoever the director is actually giving you the thing that you should take away, the takeaway basically. Whereas the book, it could be a lot different, right? We've seen this with different stuff over the years, right? Different adaptations of books and things like that. And so the movie takeaway is a little different. Like you've read the book, then you watch the movie and you're like, I was a little disappointed. It's really not what I got from that. I didn't see this character in that way. Whatever. It's kind of funny because we were talking about Tolkien the other day, and I think it's The Hobbit is the book, and it's when it introduces Gollum and the creature of Gollum. It's like there was an artist or whatever that drew Gollum before any of the illustrations were like approved or whatever by Tolkien, and this person, the thing they drew was like clearly maybe not. It wasn't what I saw for sure, and it was clearly not it, right? And it was just interesting to me. So that's what I'm kind of saying. Like you putting that visualizing in your mind is so much more important sometimes. And it's also like that when you're analyzing a situation, instead of just doing a reaction video. But reaction videos, I understand them because it is good to hear it from the horse's mouth. But what I would do typically if I did a video or I was talking about it, I would just link to the video so you guys could see it probably. I'm not saying I will never do some kind of reaction. Maybe if there's like a news article or something that's on a video format. But I don't want to use other people's work and like sit there and watch the whole thing for 45 minutes or whatever. That's not what I'm really about. I'm kind of old school. So YouTube used to have, it used to be different, right? And people had attention spans and, it was like, I'll put a link to the website in the comments or whatever, or in the chat so you guys can check it out. Like that kind of thing. Like that's how I am. I'm old school. I like it that way. Also, it makes you do a little bit of work. And if you're invested in learning and doing the thing, then you're going to do the work. And that being invested, you get more out of it than if you're just sitting back passively watching. Anyway, catch up with the chat here. Yes, it can be hard to discern sometimes where people are. Is this intentional to harm me? Is this going through something? Them going through something and not being themselves, hurting other in the process, or do they even notice? It's hard to tell sometimes. Yes, that's right, Kendra. Because sometimes you do worry about people, and depends on how well you know the person and stuff like that too. Also, if someone is hearing something and they go straight to turning against you instead of asking you about, that is a them thing. It still hurts though. Right. It is a them. Yes. So that's true. Some people may feel that they've been misrepresented and then lash out instead of coming to you, which is why I'm a big fan of going straight to the person as soon as possible. Even if it doesn't go well, at least then we don't drag everybody else into it and we don't drag their name through the mud or whatever, right? I'm not big, especially on the internet, I'm not big on like taking, I don't know, I'm not big on character assassination on the internet. Maybe if the person was doing like really bad, like, there's certain things that I think we could all agree on, and then maybe, right? Maybe. But I would have to have absolute 100% verification that that was the case, and it had to be these certain things that I think we could all agree on are bad enough to where I would probably character assassinate the person, right? So yeah, that you get what I'm saying. So I'm not into that kind of like that kind of drama on the internet, right? So also, if someone is hearing something and they go straight, oh, sorry, they are believing rumors or of others over what they know about me. These are people who have been in regular relationship with me and know me in my personal life. Well, I do hate to hear that is happening to you. And sometimes personal life does shift up and it changes up, right? I've had people in my life that, are not in my life right now, really. I mean, if I called them, they might answer, but, and if they called me, I would probably answer as well, but they're just not in my life right now. And that's kind of how it goes sometimes. People are here for a season and they're here for a reason. I didn't mean to make that rhyme. What else could I do with that? No. But they're here for a reason and they're only here for a season. You get it? And we don't know why people are in our life, but they can't stay around forever. Probably not everybody. And, some people will, some people will stick with you till the end. I'll say this, friendship is, something that anymore, I don't know. I hope people are having friendship out there, having friends, because I don't know if, like, the generations coming up now, but not only that, old people, like people my age and older, are having issues, of course, I think connecting with people on some levels. And it's like, dude, I hope people are connecting out there. It is important, even though I keep my circle small, it is important to have people, in your life and, whatever, that you can talk to, but you do have to be careful. You have to protect yourself. We got off on a tangent here, but it's okay. It's a good tangent. This is what we do, on the live streams. Everybody hit the like button if you're here, by the way, just for fun. Why not? I don't know how long I'll be able to be live because this daylight savings time thing is like a big mess, man, and it makes it dark early. It's like daylight losing time is what it really is. And I think it's going to be dark here in within the hour. So I don't know how long we're going to be able to go for, but we'll see. If they want to move on, fine, but at least be honest. Tell me the truth of why you're leaving. Don't blow smoke. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Well, at the end of the day, like I said, just gotta be true to yourself. Gotta be true to yourself. You know what's up, and you know the real deal, and God knows the real deal. And so everybody else is, I don't want to say they're irrelevant, but you can act accordingly. You know what I mean? Because life is always gonna be tough. I'm gonna take a sip of this, guys. Sorry about the sound. I wish I could mute it. I guess I could. My throat gets dry though, especially right now. It's like that time of year where we're using the heaters and stuff. The air's a little dry. And it's like, man. Yes, they will have to answer for their behaviors, and we will also have to answer for how we respond. That's true. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes the response can be worse than the original offense too. While somewhat justified, not really fully justified. If you have a problem with someone, talk to them privately, even if it means if it means you go your separate ways, clear the air like two adults. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How you doing? Yeah. So no, that's true. Yeah, do it in private. That's crazy. Yeah, don't make a lot of drama on the internet, guys. That's crazy. Unless you want to make some drama with my channel so our channels blow up. No, I'm just playing. I'm not playing. I'm not doing that. But I'm not playing those games. I don't want to. But you know, so that does happen. I mean, people, the two channels, they'll get mad at each other and it's fake. But I mean, it seems like this, what you're talking about, is real. So it's not that. So yeah. No, I would never, that's the crazy thing, dude. It's like our attention culture has gotten to the point where people literally will fight each other publicly and fake it and make, you know, to make, or fight each other for real to make drama in order to get more eyeballs, in order to get, I guess, more money. I don't know, like fame. I'm not sure. It's a weird thing, dude. YouTube is a weird thing. Like, you've got to be a special individual to be able to get on here and just like talk to a camera for 2 hours straight. You know what I mean? You have to be a special. No, I'm just playing. not y'all, but me for sure. Definitely got to be a little bit different. Takes a you know, something. Takes something. But to want to be famous is different. Like, dude, I don't want to be famous, guys. I like my small YouTube channel. It's fun at this size. I don't know what it would be like at 1 million subscribers. You know, people are like, I'd love to have 1 million subscribers. Like, do you really? Do you really? Let's see. I'm going through something similar with family. I've decided just to forgive them and leave it alone. I can control me. So that's where my focus is. Yep. Then having love, forgiveness, and prayer for them. That's great attitude, Kendra. You have one of the best attitudes. But you know, some of the things that that you've been through and stuff that you know, and we've talked about, you've talked about on your live streams, that I've been there. And listen, it's amazing, you know, because it's made you. It's not that it has made you whatever, but I guess, you know, and you have given the glory to God yourself. From time to time, and I've said that. I've said, you know, like, you have an amazing attitude. It's amazing how you deal with this stuff. You give all the glory to God. That's awesome. And but it is true. These things can make us really strong. These adversities can make us very strong if all the right things are there, right? It's like the Romans 8:28 thing, right? So it can build us up. It's tough. We don't like it. And, you know, when drama happens, or we lose somebody that we love, or somebody we thought had our back just turns on us, it's not good. But going through these things has the potential to forge us into very, very strong individuals. I think Kendra has exemplified that, just from what I can see. I don't know what goes on in your life, of course, but John, if you want to start some pretend drama between our channels to blow us up, I'm all for it. I'm just kidding. I would hate to be noticed for drama. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, at the end of the day, if you do that, you're known for that drama, right? You're known for that crazy stuff. And then it just, I think what it is it devolves into just that. Like, I've seen several big channels, like big content creators, and it's like, they do the drama thing, and then like all they do now to this day is still drama, because I think it's like a drug or something. Like, you do a little bit and you get a little bit back, and then you have to do a little bit more to get the same amount back. So then you start doing outrageous stuff. There's people out doing outrageous stuff out there, right? And you know, it just, no, I don't have any interest in going down that road. It would be fun to do a little drama, but yeah, I have no interest in going down that road, you know, whatsoever. I wonder if, dude, I've got to like figure out a lighting setup, guys, because it is going to get dark soon. I don't like this. Let's turn the clocks back or forward back to where they were, dude. I want them. This is daylight losing time. I want daylight saving time. You know what I mean? Saving daylight. I would like more daylight. I mean, is that spending daylight? I'd like to spend another hour of daylight, please. At the end of the day, that's what I want. More time in the sun. People don't know how to communicate anymore. Speaking of that, your video about bowing down to the phone really hit home. Yeah, I probably should have titled it Bowing Down to the Phone or something, right? Because I think like 30 people watched that over there on that channel. Of course, I don't have a lot of subscribers over there. New channel, but sometimes the videos get buried. It's like one video will get like, you know, over 2,000 views, and then one gets like 30 or something like that. But it is what it is, because I don't have like a subscribership over there yet, because it's just so new. But you're still lit up, but we're always here. I remember last year sometime your lives went straight black after the sun went down, and I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I don't be sitting here talking just like in the shadows. Obviously I have this light here. I had that ring light. I should just bring it in the car and I can just set it up, and then we could just go for a while. But that's okay. I don't have to go forever anyway. I want to get back to DoorDashing as well and get a good day in. I've been DoorDashing all day because I didn't go to the bin store today. Didn't go to the bin store because I got all that inventory already, and I didn't want to keep stacking without processing inventory. So I just figured I'd take a day and go. Probably not make as much in total as I would if I went sourcing, because who knows? You go sourcing at the bin store, you may come back with like $500 of profit. You may come back with $50 of profit. It just, you never know, dude. You know what I mean? I have no control over it. It's just about being consistent and being there. But I wasn't consistent today. I didn't go, so whatever. But I did get to go drive around and DoorDash a little bit. I'll finish the day out in a little while, and together should be a pretty good day because I did all right today. Yeah. So but. Yeah, you're right about, so the videos, the DoorDash videos, I'm probably going to be doing a little bit more DoorDash videos because it's something I do understand. I'm in it right now. I don't know how long I'll be doing this, but I have a lot of experience of over 13, maybe it's 1,400 or 14,000 rather, deliveries now. So it's a lot. And maybe it's more than that. I'd have to look, but I use the phone that I'm filming on, so I can't. But it's a lot, and yeah, I have a lot of experience with it, so I kind of understand some of the things people are going through out there, and all the DoorDash YouTubers and stuff. I don't really watch DoorDash YouTube, but I did at one point in time, but all of them, it's like the same kind of stuff a lot of times, and it's like, I look at the world a little bit different. I want to make things into it. So my day when I'm out DoorDashing is an adventure. Like, no, dude, really, guys, it's like an adventure. I enjoy it sometimes. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt, but sometimes it's like, dude, I'm not getting paid a ton. I get paid more for my time when I eBay, like doing eBay stuff. I get paid like exponentially more for my time. Even making a YouTube video, time for time, can be exponentially crazier. Not that I make a lot of money on YouTube. I'm just saying, like, you can make a 10-minute video and like upload it, and within 30 minutes of work, things can happen. And it's like with DoorDash, you're grinding it out $5 at a time, $10 at a time, using your car, using your gas, But I enjoy the journey. I enjoy driving. I enjoy being out, going place to place to place. I enjoy exploring. I'm always so when I go to a restaurant, I'm looking at all the other businesses, and I'm looking at all the other stuff, the building, the architecture, all of that stuff. I just really like it. I'm taking note of the streets. I'm taking note, hey, do I want to come back here and film? Do I want to come back here and explore and not film? I do that sometimes too. I got to take another sip here. So, it just is what it is. It's like, I make it into an adventure. Some people may think it's miserable. I don't, it's not hard. It's like not hard compared to other jobs. I've had jobs in construction and stuff like that. They were a lot more demanding than driving around in the car delivering food. You know what I mean? But I'm one of the, I don't want to say, I am good. I believe in doing the best you can. So I do a good job door dashing. There are people that don't give, like, I would not, I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know if I would order DoorDash personally, but yeah, I don't have the app set up to order it. I've never done it. I only deliver. If I deliver your food, it's going to be good. It's good to go. If other people do, I don't know, because I see some sketchy people out here, and I'm just being completely honest with you guys. I might get in trouble for saying that, but there's only 5 people watching, thankfully. Thanks, John. I have to go. Have a good start to your week. You too, Dan. Great to see you in the live, and I hope you have a great day. Yeah, we'll see you later. See you later. Have you ever thought of starting your own delivery type business? I have thought about that. It's tough though, because the entry is wild. It's tough. You know, maybe like a moving company or something would be good. I don't know. Like you'd have to find something that was kind of a niche, because DoorDash and Uber have taken this like food delivery thing. It could be a catering business, I guess. I have thought about it, but not like seriously, like I'm ready to do it, thought about it. Just thought, I have also thought, you know, when I was a little kid, I even thought like, man, it'd be cool to have like a limo service, right? Well, then Uber came out and they have all these like different levels. I was an Uber driver for a while. So I was like, man, well, it's kind of interesting. It's like, it's not a limo. It's kind of like a taxi. You know what I mean? But I was doing it. I did that well too. I did that during the beginning, the earlier days of Uber, and you got paid really well back then. I don't know what you get paid now. I haven't driven an actual person in probably 5 years or more. You know what I mean? So I don't know what it's like for the actual Uber drivers, but yeah, I used to enjoy it to some degree. Occasionally there'd be some people that were kind of sketchy that would get in the car. I didn't like that. So everybody's saying bye. I had so many bad DoorDash experiences. I uninstalled the app. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, people do have bad experiences. And the weird thing is, it's like there's people out here. You guys know that I am not anti-immigration, and I have no problem with anybody with any background, color, creed, whatever. But there are people who can't speak English that deliver DoorDash as well, right? And I've seen it become a problem in the restaurant, for example, where they've come to the counter and they're trying to get the people's attention. They don't even know what to say. And then the person's trying to tell them something about the order. They don't understand what they're saying, right? To like, maybe, oh, could you call the customer? We don't have this. And they're like, what? And then I've seen the people get upset with the driver. There should be a bare minimum basic requirements. I don't know if English should be that, but it's like, there are some questionable drivers on DoorDash. I don't disagree with you. If you've had issues, I would believe it. Let's put it that way. Like I said, there are people like myself who take it kind of seriously. I used to deliver pizzas all the time. It's the same thing, and I just take that same protocol, and I just make sure we do just a good job. I'm not going through your food. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not checking for the food either. Now, if there's 2 drinks, I want to make sure there's 2 drinks. If it's 2 drinks in a bag that's sealed, that's what I'm taking. Like, I'm not going in the bag. It's not my job. And shouldn't be my job. I wouldn't want it to be my job if I was the customer. Like, that's between the customer and the restaurant, which is why I made that last video, because I got a contract violation for, you know what I mean? For it being the order being incorrect. It was the right order, but it was incorrectly made. They did something wrong with it. And because of that, the customer complained, and I got a contract violation. But it's gone now. So we're good. Yeah, so I don't know. It's tough. So then you have customers complain about the bad DoorDashers, and then you have DoorDashers that complain about the bad customers. Because I've had customers where I delivered to them, and they lied and said I didn't. I handed the order to them, and they lied and said I didn't. I've had that happen. There's a customer not far from here, and I'm like I know that, dude. It's funny because it's like, dude, you know, it's a small world, right? She works at a business right over there. I don't care. It is what it is. But it's just like, dude, you stole the food. You lied and you got me a contract violation. So thank you. So DoorDashers will complain about that, but then you'll have people complaining about the DoorDashers because there's bad experiences on both sides, because humans are humans once again, right? Same thing with the politicians and all the other people, the police officers. There's another one. There's some good police officers out there. I'm sure of it. But then there's guys that use the flock cameras to spy on their ex-girlfriends. So, you know what I mean? And so it's the person, right? It's the individual. We'll probably do a study on that. I don't want to say a study. I don't want to hold myself into getting too deep into these things on the other channel, but I do want to mention at some point in time, the system of government in America actually was pretty cool when it was made, because it was made knowing that humans are fallible and that no human should have too much power. And so that's why it's so decentralized. And you have all these different checks and balances, which are trying to, obviously politicians get in charge of wherever they're at and try to get as much power for that position as possible. Even Donald Trump is kind of doing that for the presidency, and they're trying to consolidate as much power as possible, which I disagree with. Even though I thought he was a better candidate, I disagree with that. I have to call balls and strikes, and but that's why we have the checks and balances. So, because they know that. Now, if you believe that people are inherently always good and can make the right decisions 100% of the time, like everybody, then you could have a dictator. I mean, I guess you could have a dictator, because that could be a perfect person, right? So the reason we don't like dictators is because we know people can't be perfect, and there's always going to be some kind of issue. So that's where the ideological grounds on different types of governments come in, where some people think that it's good to have a king, that we should have monarchy again. I don't think that's the answer. I'm just saying. And so if you had a true monarchy where the king actually had control, not like they have in the UK right now, I don't know what he does. I don't know what the royal family actually does over there. I don't know, do they have any power to do anything? I don't know. But if you believed that a person was perfect or infallible, then that would make sense for that person to be the king. It's just not the case that there is a single person in the world that's infallible, which is why they created the American system of, a decentralized, kind of a democratically representative republic. It's not a democracy, it's a republic. And there's democratic elections that send people to be representative of certain districts, and that's by design, so that no one person has too much power, and also you don't get the democracy mob rule, because that's dangerous too. But anyway, man, it's getting dark. All right. So, but anyway, so that's all stuff I'll probably cover on the other channel a little bit more and just talk about it, because we're not a democracy for a reason. You're still so light on my end. Oh, okay. All right. It seems fuzzy. It seems like it's it's dark. The camera starts compensating for the darkness, and it doesn't look so good. But anyway, it's all good. I don't see the darkness in the screen, so you're good. Okay. I can put one of these cameras on a white website or something. It would just, there's one right there. Boom. Lights me up. It's too much. Feels like it's too much, but maybe it's good. Is that better? No, let's just turn that off for now. Sorry, I don't really have a whole lot else to do today anyway, so I don't know. We'll probably call it in a little bit. It's 5 o'clock. We've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. That's a pretty good amount. Hour and 12 minutes. My throat is starting to get dry again. Dude, talking is a big deal. I don't know how these news anchors and stuff do it. Of course, they don't talk for a long time either. They don't do that. So maybe they're okay because they only come in and talk for little 5 minute segments, and then they take a break, and then they go 5 minutes, they take a break. They should have to do this, dude. They should make them just sit up there live and just talk for 2 hours straight, see what happens. And then the truth would come out. That's why they don't do it, I think, because then they would start slipping up and telling the truth and stuff, because you can't talk for so long. You can't BS but for so long, you know what I mean? I don't think you can, because then eventually the truth comes out, whether you want it to or not, right? If you get up here and you start talking for 3 hours straight, eventually people are going to get a feel for where you're really at. It's like what happens on this live stream every time we do a live, and eventually somebody says something like we did with the politics or something, and then I start going off, right? And I go into tinfoil hat land. Well, I try not to, but it is what it is, right? That's the real deal. So are you ready for Christmas? Yeah, sure. Why not? Bring it. I think you're right. The truth would start to slip out through everything. Yeah, yeah, it sure does. And you know, and that's why I like. I think that's why people like YouTube, because people are a little bit more genuine. You have to be a little bit more genuine on YouTube because you can't. I mean, how can you BS for 2 hours straight? I mean, most people can't do that. I'm sure there are people that can, but now I might be BSing, but I'm not BSing you guys on who I like, what I'm trying to, what I believe and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm just BSing my way through this because I don't know what the heck I'm doing as a content creator. I'm like the worst content creator in the world. But yet I'm still here, and it's fun. It's fun. Hi, a little Ruby, Ryan. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, dude. I saw that video going through the mountains, and it was amazing. I love that area out there where you're at. News anchors have a cushy job reading the teleprompter. Teleprompter. Yeah, they have to tell the truth. Oh, they'd have to tell the truth and give their own opinions. Yes, and I'm glad you caught the live as well. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're just super. I'm just like I said, I'm just BSing my way through it. Right? I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I've probably gone live every week. Well, except for last week. I didn't really go live last week, but I did for a minute. But then I was like, I had malfunctions. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm done. I really did. I was like, dude, I'm done. I wasn't feeling it. And sometimes you're not feeling it, right? So you couldn't do that as a news anchor. You couldn't just be like, you know what, I'm not feeling it. Sorry, guys, I'm out. I could do that. But since, when people show up, I'm like, it's not like I'm obligated, but I want to say hello to everybody. I'm kind of like a little family or whatever. Hi, Jody. How you doing? Welcome to the house. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for catching the live stream. It's getting dark, so I don't know how long I'll be here. Daylight losing time. I'm going to say it again. I am all for just setting the time and just keeping it there, not changing the clocks. I want to set it where we have as much sunlight as possible during the day, like as late as possible. That's what I want. I want it to stay that way. Let the solstice do its thing and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Let's see. You skipped Thanksgiving. Yeah, you did skip Thanksgiving. I am ready for Thanksgiving because that's going to be maybe better than Christmas. You don't have to buy as much stuff, but you still get to eat and spend time with family, which that's like the important stuff, right? Which Christmas, maybe we're going to downsize the buying stuff this year. I don't know, like, the kids will all get something and they'll get their cool stuff or whatever. But it's just like, we're probably not going to do, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I think we did this last year too, dude. It's just gotten crazy. Like inflation is actually kind of wild, guys. I kind of wonder if it's going to be like that where you have the wheelbarrows full of cash to go get some bread one day. Like, you know what I mean? It's concerning. It's probably good to have maybe a little Bitcoin and gold and stuff, not financial advice, but it's like not because of that. And gold's pretty high, so I'm not saying buy it right now. I'm just saying, and I don't have any gold either. I have like silver maybe, but we've talked about that, right? I like silver, but not so much gold because I can't really afford it. It's like huge in the price. But what I mean is just like having options to where you're not just in one currency now, because who knows what's going to happen. I think the US dollar is still pretty strong, but it's not as strong as it used to be. And we keep, with the inflation, it's like, is this the dollar devaluation or is it inflation? It's hard to know. It's really hard to know. I catch up the chat. Everybody's saying hello. That's what's up. Yeah, you do live in a gorgeous place. And the mic sounds good. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's a Lark A1. Lark A1. It was like 30 or 40 bucks, I think. And I got 2 mics, so I can do interviews. So if anybody's ever up my way, we can do an interview. And yeah. Now I haven't used that yet, so you guys know how I am with tech. I like tech sometimes, but sometimes it could be a little bit, I'll stumble through it till I figure it out. You learn by doing. I learn by doing. I could sit there and read about it all day long and still mess up. But if I get the mics out and I get a person and we each put a mic on and then we'll do it and record a little bit and test it and see if it works. That's kind of what we got to do, right? So hi to all, everybody saying it. That's the way it should be. No manual time change. Just keep it one or the other. Yeah, and I prefer the one where we have the sunlight for the longest. That's just me. We're downsizing Christmas too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kendra, look, it's tough, man. And we have kids. We have a lot of kids, right? I'm not too specific on my, you know how I am with my OPSEC, but, yeah, you know, it just gets to a point where it's like, okay, kids, we're going to be realistic this year. All right. You know, I mean, get something good and get something quality, but it's also a good time to emphasize that it's not about the things. It's not about the gifts and presents. It's about the people and, you know, the food, of course, fellowship. That's what it is, because family is so important. People get old, people get sick, all these things. So we got to spend time with the people that we love. It's so important. And that's to me what the holidays are, really. It's not about, and we made the mistake, you know, our oldest daughter, you know, when she was really young, we spoiled her, you know, we got all the studio, a room full of presents and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, I don't know, you know, if that was a good idea. And, but we've been slowly backing it off, you know, and being realistic. Got to be realistic, because I think that's better for them anyway, right? Isn't it? But also at the same time, I find stuff because I buy and sell things, I find stuff throughout the year too. So if I find something cool that like one of my daughters would like or whatever, or, you know, sometimes I'll try to find something for everybody. And, but throughout the year, it's just, you know, little things like that. I don't, a lot of people would hold that for the Christmas thing, and I don't. Sometimes I'll just bring it home. Here you go. Merry Christmas, not on Christmas. Let's see. My kids really enjoy making treats together, baking, sometimes better than presents. Yes, memories. That's right. Memories that can't be taken away. Dude, memories are so valuable, because when you get old, that's what you're going to have. Downsizing here too. It's just out of control the way stuff is costing. Yes. I don't know if our country's ever seen this before. Like, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe. Let's see. Yes, the sun is going down, as it will no matter what the clock says. Just leave it alone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not just saying that because, like, I think Trump brought it up, dude, but I've been thinking that for years. It's like, dude, why do we do this to ourselves? And it's like, man, one time we do it one way and we're like, oh, I got all this time today. It's daylight savings time. And then we do it the other way. We still call it daylight savings, but it's daylight losings. We're gonna change the name to daylight losings time. Gotta set your clocks forward. Memories totally beat out presents. Yes, absolutely. You know, memories are so important with family. That's what you, like I said, that's what you're going to have. And when people are gone, if you're still here, or when you're gone and they're still here, somebody will be glad they had those memories, right? And that's just how it is. Yeah, that's what I love the most about living in Arizona. You know, changing the clocks. We're currently on daylight standard time. That is what the original time, that's what it needs to stay. So what we're currently at is what it needs to stay. That's why they call it savings time, huh? Because they put the clocks back. Yeah, no changing. I read that. I mean, I know what you meant. Yeah, well, whatever. Just keep it consistent, and then we can figure out what we need to do, right? We don't have to, like, change it up all the time. That's what I'm thinking. Just keep it consistent. So what's gas like in your guys' area? I guess I'll do this before we sign off, because it is getting dark. It's getting dark. It's getting weird. It's getting shady over here. It's getting to be a shady podcast. Shady, not podcast, live stream. No changing. Yeah, I'm trying to read this. I like the time where it is now. So just stay here. Yeah. Know when we go to daylight savings time, that's in the spring. Oops. That's in the spring, and that's what they do. They did it originally, and if I'm not mistaken, for the farmers, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay. $289. It's the last you saw. Okay, it's $289. $289 is about what it is here. About $289. It's anywhere between $279, even $260 something, all the way up to $299. Pretty much $3. So, yep. Man, it's getting real dark. Okay, guys, it is getting dark. The sun's going down. I'm gonna have to start doing the live stream earlier for the winter, I guess, because yeah, I may try to figure out another place where we can do the live stream as well. So that's another thing that's on the table. I have an old van that I'm trying to sell, but I thought about it the other day. I was like, dude, I could make that into a studio as well, and I know I can get the service there. With my 10-cent discount at Walmart, I got regular for $3.13. Okay, $3.13. All right, it seems like it went down, way down, and then it went back up. You know what I mean? Did y'all notice that? It like nosedived and then it kind of like did a bounce or whatever. But you know, who knows, dude. So when I was younger, and I'll say this, I do have to go, but when I was younger, I would always just not care what the gas was, and it's kind of the same now because I'm still going to do the same things. I decided when I was young, right? When I was like 16, 17 years old, I was like, dude, I love driving. I love the freedom of it. I'm going to drive no matter what. And anywhere I'm going to drive, I'm going to do it no matter the cost of gas. And that's what I decided. And I still live that way today. But now I do notice the cost of gas, and I just kind of look at it as one indicator of what might be going on, you know, like an indicator really. But I'm still the same way. There's nowhere that I haven't driven because of the cost of gas. And I just told myself that. I was like, that's the one thing, dude. You don't have to do, you know, drugs or do like, what is it that people spend money like ridiculous, like smoking cigarettes, which I did smoke cigarettes at the time, right? But like if I don't do anything else, which I don't smoke now, right? So thankfully, if I don't do anything else, I'm going to drive wherever it is that I want to drive or like set out to go. And I'm not going to let the price of gas get in between that. Now, I suppose if it was $20 a gallon, that would make a difference. And it would be kind of like, what are you going to do, right? I've spoken to people across the pond in Europe, and they're saying that it's the equivalent of about $9, $7 to $9. They say a gallon, but I don't know if that's correct. But yeah, maybe $10 a gallon some places. So we're fortunate not to have that situation, at least here, you know, guys. So if you're paying, you know, I guess under $5, it's still pretty good worldwide. But anyway, with that said, guys, I am going to get off here. It's getting spooky, and Halloween's already passed. That's already gone. So I don't want to stay on here in the dark doing the live stream, although I do love spending time with you all. I appreciate everybody that has stopped in, said hello, and spend some time with me on the Monday live stream. I love this. You know, no matter how we make videos, I love making videos and stuff like that, but the live streams are a special thing. And for now, I have this small channel where we can still connect. The chat is not crazy. You guys, we get to talk right now. Let's cherish this. Because you never know, things can get wild out there. And but I have another small channel, Real Thoughts Project. If you're not aware of it, you should definitely go check it out. I know most of you already have, but definitely check. That's the next small channel. So if this one gets to where it's too much, then we'll just go over there and we'll do live streams over there. In fact, I am going to probably start doing some live streams over there. I have enough talking points to probably just monologue for a long time. I'm holding back in these live streams on a lot of topics. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about those flock cameras. I want to talk about some of the other things that are going on. But I will leave some material, some meat on the bone for Real Thoughts Project. We're growing that channel, but I'm not growing it to grow it. I'm doing it. Well, if you go over there, you'll see. You'll understand the purpose, okay? So, much appreciated, all of you. I hope everybody, thank you, Lewis Acre Farm Karma. I appreciate that. Great channel. 285 in Western Colorado. That's pretty good for Colorado. I would have think the gas would be a little bit cheap, more expensive up there, but that's good. I'm glad you're not spending too much. Great conversation as always. Yes, thank you, Kendra. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all, and I'm going to call it a day on this one, but I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.